Well, a report in the New South Wales electricity grid has recommended the government negotiate with Origin Energy to extend the life of Australia's largest coal-fired power station, Eraring. Joining us live now, the Shadow Climate Change and Energy Minister, Ted O'Brien. Ted, good to see you. Thanks for your time, as always. So, yeah, Eraring to stay open beyond 2025. A few more details to come on this, but what are your initial thoughts?
Morning, Pete. I welcome the recommendation, and I'm glad the New South Wales Government are going to engage with Origin to try to keep Eraring open. I think what it exposes is that the Albanese government's climate and energy policy is now completely in tatters. Albanese and Chris Bowen are still out there racing towards a renewables-only electricity grid. Meanwhile, Victoria Labor is racing back to coal, and now we know that New South Wales Labor, through the Eraring decision, is also racing back to coal. And so the policy here in Canberra is in complete tatters. And hopefully this will be a warning to the Labor Party in Canberra that it has to stop its ideological approach to running energy in this country.
Right, but I mean, a lot of this happened while you were in government. So if it's in tatters, do you have to take some blame for it being in tatters?
The policy that's in tatters is not ours, Pete, with respect.
I guess I'm talking coal in general and the demonisation of coal.
Yeah, well, there's no demonisation in coal from our end. We've been crystal clear, and I've been saying this from the get-go. You don't close down one system without having a like-for-like replacement ready to go. Under Labor, the plan is to close down 80%, that's 80% of our baseload power by 2035. And there's no guarantee of there being a replacement. But you're right to point to what we do under our watch, Pete. We had the Liddell plant looking to close. And as a then federal government, the coalition engaged with AGL. We negotiated a life extension. We invested in a Kurri gas plant to make sure that would be online to cover off for this summer. Labor hasn't done that at the federal level. There's been radio silence about Eraring. They haven't engaged with Origin. They haven't sought an extension. They're demonising not just coal but also gas. Labor has got to dump its ideological approach to energy. It's about engineering and economics. It's not about ideology.
Costs is an issue. The Labor government of New South Wales says it doesn't have any idea. It says it doesn't know how much Eraring is going to cost. I mean, Matt Keane has put the figure at about $3 billion. Does that sound about right to you? And if that is the case, then should that just be paid because the alternative is lights out?
Well, there's no doubt, Pete, lights out is what the market operator is warning. Only last week they came out with a report saying that this summer is going to be crucial, especially for Victoria and South Australia, but right across the grid. And so lights out is a threat, and we cannot afford for that to happen. Therefore, we've got to keep stations open while they're producing electricity. As for the specific dollar figure, well, let's wait and see what it looks like. But whatever that price figure is, you can be assured of one thing. It's the consumer who will be paying. Albanese promised a $275 reduction in household power bills. Power bills just keep going up, and the more they mess around with our policy in this country, the higher it's going to be costing everyday consumers.
Ted O'Brien, we'll leave it there. Appreciate your time, though.